Now at noon, a license plate reader making it easier for police to catch a homicide suspect in Gwinnett County. An officer reportedly got a flock camera hit on a car tied to a homicide from another agency. But when they tried to pull that driver over, that driver took off. Eventually, the officer had to use a pit maneuver, causing the vehicle to crash and roll. That driver was taken into custody without incident.